Hi, I'm Adrian Bruce of Art and Technology, and I thought I'd just try making a little video using this laptop and webcam about fixing mistakes or finding the mistakes that you've made. Now, there's this really strange thing that happens, especially when you're in a rush and you've got a deadline and you're supposed to finish something, is that, in my case at least, and I think it's pretty general, you don't see your mistakes until it's all finished, until it's published. You've read it multiple times. There don't seem to be any mistakes in anything you've written or placed on a page until it gets published. And then in that process, miraculously, you can see it differently and you can see the mistakes. With artwork, I have, over the years, developed a system where I make sure that I don't deliver the artwork immediately it's finished. I actually have to put it aside for a few days and then come back with it with fresh eyes to look at it and then fix the mistakes that I haven't seen till then. And one of the other things that I always do is actually print out check plots. For example, on this design, that's better. This is not the final version. I actually determined, for example, that the car was actually too large in the image and actually shrunk that down a little bit. I actually print these out, which is just done on the inkjet printer that I have here, and I actually leave them aside, and I can actually look at them from the corner of my eye every so often over a few days after I've actually finished the artwork. And generally in that process, I actually see the mistakes that I've made and I can come back and correct them before doing the final delivery. In another design here, we had to do, for example, color and black and white. And we did that several times. For example, that's a different treatment of the dots to get some half tone in a one color design. And again, I actually print these out and leave them so that I can actually look at them every so often. And I seem to subconsciously be able to sort of think, oh, well, that's wrong, that balance is not right, that's a bit crooked. Of course, the other thing to do, which software helps you do, depending on the program you're doing, is to actually flip things over. Now, if you look into a mirror, you will see things that you haven't seen in the normal way. And I generally do that at the drawing stage, where, for example, I have, that dirt racer. I originally started off with a very rough pencil sketch like this, which I then converted into something like this. But it's actually at the very rough stage where, at this stage, I'll look in a mirror. I actually have some big mirrors over there, and I can look at that and say, no, that's not quite right. Something is off. For example, in the original sketch, this wheel was too far into the bodywork, and into the later version, you'll see in my more refined sketch that the wheel is actually not like that. I've actually moved it around, and I think these are vector designs, so I can actually move things around because they're all in separate layers and resize them when I've actually done it. And that's the sort of thing that I actually do quite a bit, and change something, or I can bend it or warp it with the tools that are provided. And that's some of the tricks that I use to try and get stuff which the customer is going to be happy with. When I actually do deliver it, I say, if you find anything wrong or it's the wrong format, I will provide the additional format, no extra fee, depending on what it is or how many changes they want. And generally, that all goes very smoothly. So, thank you. Hope you found that useful, and I'll see you again in the future.